All right. This is yet another video about the announcement made yesterday in regards to the Sistas Ultimate Fan Event going down at Tyler Perry Studios, I believe, next Monday on the 9th. It's been about 24 hours since the announcement was made, and when I tell you the amount of messages that I have received, let me just say up front, thank you. I just have to say that since the venting video I posted, obviously a lot of people understood how mad I was about not getting so much as a tap on the shoulder about the haves and have-not superfan event. And they were like, Jeremy, this is your chance. Yo, Tyler Perry Studios awaits. Look at this, look at this, look at this. And I did a quick video yesterday explaining how unfortunately I'm not eligible because I'm not vaccinated, so I'm unable to go. And I've received a variety of messages and comments in regards to this contest as a whole. And let me just say, this is kind of a video in my response to various comments. And this isn't about ego. I'm not upset. Let me just put that out there right now. This is just me responding because I've received a few hundred different messages, inboxes, tweet, you name it, I got it. So just first of all, I appreciate the number of people who made a point to let me know, Jeremy, this is your chance. Please go. We want you to go. Okay. However, and I'm sorry for I actually just ate lunch, so my mouth, I don't mean to smack like that. It's unprofessional. But basically, there were people who have said they're only doing this because they saw your venting video and they want to make up for it. I saw other people say, and I actually believe this one the most, they probably saw how popular the Haves and the Have-Nots reunion special was, part 1, and decided to, piggyback on the success of that reunion and do the same thing with Sistas. But at the same time, it seems a bit rushed because looking at the qualifications and not just the, more so the dates, this definitely appears to be a super fan event mainly for fans in Atlanta, because at the very bottom of the fine print, if you do not live in Atlanta, you will be responsible for your own travel and accommodation. So, like I said, even if I was did get the shots, it would be a bit of a hassle. Like, I've never been on a plane. I remember talking to my mom last night about this. I'm like, wait, I wouldn't need like a passport or anything like that, right? And I know that's ignorant, but again, I've never been on a plane, so I don't really know if you would need a green card or passport or whatever the hell. I don't know. I've never been on a plane, people. So it would have been a stretch, but I might have made it down there. But also, and I made a lengthy post on YouTube in the community tab because I initially posted the photo of the contest, but people were asking me, are you going? Because all I said at first was, if you're a Sistas fan, check it out. And then on Instagram I said, sadly I'm not eligible, but good luck to everybody who is able to enter. I hope you get there. And people have been asking me, Jeremy, why can't you go? I mean, you made that hour-long video about being mad about not going to the Haves and the Have-Nots event, but they have a Sistas event and you're saying you can't go. Couple things. Number one, I called the land surveyor on Monday just to see what the word was, so if I knew whether or not to get another guy, that would probably take another couple months to come out here. But praise God, they actually caught up with all their work, because remember I said in my venting video that the guy that was supposed to come out like 2 weeks ago, because Elsa came through Virginia mainly in the form of heavy rain and flooding, their jobs got backed up a bit, so I got pushed back as well. But tomorrow they will be coming out to survey the land. However, that's going to cost possibly upwards of $2,000. And then on top of that, my mom's like, well, the guy that came out to perk the land is going to cost another $360 for him to update things, since the surveying is going to be done. And then we need to update the deed, and I don't know. So basically, I could be looking at close to $2,200 to $3,000 needing to finish off this land crap before I can even look into getting a house, because I'll have the land in my name. So If I was vaccinated, I would have to scramble to get transportation and a hotel or something, all within the course of a couple days. And another thing is the fact that even if you submit an email entry, I don't even know what the time frame is on when you would get a response as to whether or not you win the contest, because it just says email audience at Tyler Perry Studios with all your, basically, from name, number, why you're a super fan, 2 photos, copy of vaccination card and whatnot. So I wouldn't know, because let's say I submitted an email yesterday on the 3rd. It's the 4th right now. Probably, I'm going to guess based on how many emails they most likely got, they probably won't even contact people back until maybe Thursday or Friday. So I would have to find a way to get down to Atlanta on like Saturday and get down there Sunday, because I believe on the 8th you got to be available for a COVID test, and then the 9th 4 hours of filming. So this definitely looks like it's going to be in the same format as the Haves and the Have-Nots one, because I read articles on how that particular audience, 4 hours of filming for the event, and in this case it's going to be with the cast and producers of Sistas, cocktails with the cast. And yeah, it sucks, but like I said in my initial video and post on this, I'm not as upset, because the Haves and the Have-Nots, that was a matter of principle. My entire branding is that show. And when in the reunion, it's like, you know what, there are a lot of great fans of the Haves and the Have-Nots, but there's one fan who stands out above the rest. And I'm just like, fam, come on now. But in this case, I'm happy that they actually made fans aware of the contest. Like, I knew when it came to the Haves and Have-Nots, they never said like super fan. They just said, hey, email your favorite moment or yada 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 to this email, and that's it. They never said anything about taking it to a new level to prove you're a super fan. Now, when it comes to Sistas, yeah, I definitely feel like this was a knee-jerk reaction and they're trying to rush it out, because I actually just recorded a video about the synopsis for episode 11, Unlock It, and I said this season is 22 episodes like season 2, so they might do a mid-season in episode 11 or 12, which would be either August 18th or 25th. And when it came to the Haves and the Have-Nots, they recorded that on, what was it, July 12th, and then the finale was the very next week. So I'm imagining if the filming takes place on the 9th, we might get the special on like the 18th, which is the quote-unquote potential mid-season finale. And I just did the video about the whole, season 3 being the worst season so far and having to ramp up the stories, but maybe having this event will spark some conversations about where the show can go, because remember, we're almost at the halfway point of season 3, and there's been no word of a renewal for season 4. So maybe this is a way to get fresh ideas or whatever. But I know for me personally, as much as it will be amazing to meet the cast, which I would love to meet the cast of any of these shows, I just don't make the cut. And it sucks because, I don't really know how I would prove I'm the ultimate fan. I mean, I've been watching and reviewing the show since episode 1, and you all know that. I was one of the few people reviewing the show. And there was a time where I did stop for maybe 3 weeks, but then I came back, and I've been doing it ever since. There are some other YouTubers who review the show, but just like with the Haves and the Have-Nots, I just don't do episode reviews. I do episode trailer breakdowns, and then of course I do discussion videos and whatnot. So I mean, if they, and this isn't no shade, but if they consider ultimate fan somebody who does watch parties and all, then I guess I don't qualify. But it is what it is. Like I said, I would be very upset though if my boo Jasmine is there and I don't get to meet her or hug her. I won't be angry. I would be heartbroken, because I stand for Crystal Lee. So I would hate that. And Novi Brown, her smile makes me melt. So yeah, it sucks to miss out on that. I would love to meet DeVale, Zach in person too. That would be incredible. But overall, unfortunately, I can't do it because I'm not vaccinated. My dad was like, yeah, see, I told you to get vaccinated. I'm like, well, you mentioned that when I moved home, what was it, late June. So even if I had gotten the vaccination, the first shot, I wouldn't be able to qualify because I had to wait a few weeks to get the other one. So I'm thinking in the back of my mind, because I'm like, okay, theoretically, if I got the shot today, because Walmart pretty much has just walk in and do it, I bet money they're going to do like a different event each week. Okay, this week is the Oval, this week is Ruthless. So by the time I get the second shot and I'm fully vaccinated, all these damn shows that I will review will have these cast meet and greets, and I won't be eligible. So I'll be sitting here like, ain't this about a bitch? I would be like, yo, they saw that rant video and that's what they decided to do. They all decided to pull one out from under me. But like I said, I'm not as mad about this one. I'm actually kind of laughing to myself because it's like, oh well. But more to the point, I've been reading comments because they posted this on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. There are some people who are upset because of the fact that the vaccination is a part of it. And it's like, this is discrimination. And well, look, and like I said in my post, I'm not pro or anti-vax. I'm just a homebody. I work from home. I rarely go out anywhere. Whenever I do, I got my mask on. I wash my hands regularly. Remember last August, my roommate, he had COVID. And we quarantined for 10 days apart, obviously, because we got our own separate bedrooms and never came out at the same time. I always wore gloves and a mask whenever I left the bedroom, and I washed my hands. And I took the test on my birthday, August 29th, which is another blow because going to Tyler Perry Studios during my birthday month would have been phenomenal. But yeah, I got my test and I was negative, so I never caught the virus because of the fact that it was just practicing social distancing and keeping my hands clean and whatnot. But I'm not going to get mad at Tyler Perry Studios or any business for that matter that makes vaccination like a requirement because, well, at the end of the day, it's a business. This is Tyler Perry Studios. They want to keep everybody safe. So I respect that. It just sucks that, especially if more of these events happen over the course of the next few weeks and I'm unable to attend because I don't have the vaccination, I'll feel some kind of way about that. But at the end of the day, I understand because safety first. But yeah, it really sucks. Another question I've been asked is like, well, Jeremy, you were upset, understandably so, about the haves and the have-nots event. But theoretically, let's say they did reach out to you about going to the event, but you weren't vaccinated then either, and you couldn't go because you weren't vaccinated. How would you have felt? Anger, obviously. But at the same time, in that scenario, at least I knew they would have reached out because of who I am. I mean, at the very least, give a brother like a couple minutes to do a video appearance, like, pre-record a video and, have that play during the special, like, the fans who got to ask questions did. But, at the end of the day, it's like when I mentioned it in my videos, like, I know my place. I'm just a fan. But if I have problems or whatever, guess what? If I don't like how this is written or whatever, hey, Tyler Perry's the billionaire, not me. He has the studio. I'm just a guy in my room with a microphone recording content. So, it sucks. It really does. And I mean, I remember kind of joking about holding out for the vaccine until they make student loan debt forgiveness an incentive. But yeah, that begs the question. If getting the vaccine is my only ticket to get to Tyler Perry Studios, would I do it? Possibly, and I don't want to say at the end of the day again. I feel like I'm repeating myself too much, but I mean, if it boiled down to it, I would do it. But at the moment, I'm just sitting here thinking, wow, because like I said before, I feel like they just rushed this out. Wow, jet planes flying by. Sorry about that. They're rushing this out because of the success of the haves and the have-nots one. And I've said it before, like, as much as I love the haves and the have-nots cast, and I would love to meet them still, no doubt about that, I was just taken aback by how quickly I was, in communication and praised by the cast of the Oval, Sistas, Ruthless, as soon as I started recording those shows. Because remember, my channel was at a very decent size, 80, 90,000 or so once those shows came on the air. So those cast members, they were showing me love so quick that I wish that I got from the haves and the have-nots, despite doing that for years. And I remember telling my mom, like, hell, I might end up on one of these shows before the haves and the have-nots, and hey, but I do feel like it's very possible that the Oval will probably get the same treatment. Who's to say all the Queen's men? So I just want to say up front, good luck to those who enter the contest. Hopefully the audience is filled with a bunch of my subscribers and viewers, so you can tell me about your experience. Yeah, like I said, I'd love to be there myself, but the vaccination is pretty much the thing holding me back, unless I get Johnson Johnson. But that's the one apparently has negative side effects. But I know my sister's like, well, Tyler or Tyler Perry Studios emailed you today, and it's like, look, you can go, but you got to get the Johnson Johnson. Would you do it? YOLO, for real. I would hey, give me the damn shot. I'll go. Whatever happens, happens. But yeah, there are a lot of people who also said, vaccination aside, this is way too last minute, because I'd have to put in for time off work and get somebody to watch. I can't just drop everything in a matter of a couple of days and go down to Atlanta. So yeah, it does really suck, because those outside of Atlanta, it feels like, well, there's really nothing you can do unless you're willing to put up the money. This isn't like the haves and the have-nots thing, because going back to that, of course I really would have been mad, because remember, the ultimate the super fan got to go out with a guest. Like, they flew him out, and I'm assuming they took care of accommodations and everything. Oh, we'll take care of your transportation, your lodging. But in this case, if you're outside of Atlanta, you're just freaking out of luck. You got to put up the money for everything. So yeah, like I said, it wouldn't be a good time. Like, I would have to dip into my savings to make it happen. And like I said, I've never been on a plane, but I'm guessing that prices for tickets have kind of gone up again. But then again, the pandemic numbers have been going up like crazy, so I don't know what transportation costs will be like. But since I've calmed down since last week, and what Angela said is true. Sometimes you gotta eat a bunch of no's, but then eventually a yes is coming. I guess I'm listening to y'all for once, or finally. I guess it really isn't my time. If it's meant to happen, it will be. But it does kind of suck that the vaccination is pretty much like the only thing that's keeping me back from going. And trust and believe this, as much as I love me some Jasmine, let's say before the end of the month, they have an oval get together and Jean is there, I will cry like a damn baby. I'm not playing. If Jean is there at a meet and greet and it's before I can get fully vaccinated, I will cry like a fucking child. And I don't care. I will actually do it. But like I said, it's their decision if you have to be vaccinated or not. And I guess that's definitely a prerequisite for anybody to actually be there. Yeah, it sucks. But, like I said, it is what it is. And like I said, I've been bombarded with messages even after I put up the post. So that's why I'm not entering, because I'm not eligible. But basically this should be the one and only video to do. Like, let's say they have meet and greets between now and early September, I'm screwed because I can't go. I'm not vaccinated. So let me know if you are entering. I guess this goes to what people were saying about the haves and the have-nots one. Yeah, they probably just grabbed a crap ton of people from Atlanta to be there just because of the reunion filming, and that superfan contest was probably just a one and done thing. But yeah, it sucks. And like I said, even if I got to meet the cast of the other shows, it wouldn't be the same as the haves and the have-nots, because, well, that was my flagship show. But I'd be honored to meet any of these cast members. But hey, let the chips fall where they may, and apparently every chip I get is broken. So again, I'm not so much mad, I'm slightly annoyed, but what can you do? But don't worry, I'm still rocking with Sisters. I'm still doing my reviews and videos. It would just be nice to meet the cast, but gotta cut your losses somewhere, right? So let me know, does this make you want to get the vaccine if you aren't vaccinated but would like to go to Tyler Perry Studios? If they decided by, well, then again, like I said, these numbers are rising. Let's say hypothetically in a decreased number of virus victims, let's say if by November, and again, I'm just making this up, let's say by year's end, they decide to open the doors to Tyler Perry Studios for visitors and whatnot, like they would have done last year had it not been for the pandemic. Would you get the shot if it was your only method to walk through the gate? Like basically Tyler Perry Studios decides to open for tours. If you had to get the shot to go, would you do it? I might actually put up a poll. And like I said before, I'm not promoting the vaccine. I'm not bashing the vaccine. It's your personal choice. Just know that. I have no stake in this. I just feel like it does suck that that's the only thing holding me back. But, you know, I might get the shot soon, but I'm just considering because, like I said, you know, since I've been at home, the TV's on a lot. So obviously the news stations are as well. And I'm still got questions. I'm not sitting up here like a conspiracy theorist, but I'm just wondering, you know, because I've been seeing some varying reports about how the current vaccine might not be able to combat you got the Delta variant, but apparently there's another variant on top of that. And I've been hearing some stories about how there's a new vaccine in the works. And even if you got the first one, you got to get the second one. Again, I don't know. But it's something I'll consider, because if I got to get a couple shots just to make a dream come true, is it worth it? I don't know. But that's up to you to decide. I can't make it for you, and I'm not trying to persuade you to or not. But I just know that there are some angry people who feel like, you know, this is a ploy or something like that. I don't know if I believe that. I just feel like this is a ratings thing because of the fact that since the haves and the have-nots one got, I want to know what the ratings were for that reunion. I just know it got a lot of fanfare. I feel like the same is true about the shows on Viacom. But I didn't mean to hold you too long, but I just felt like I had to do the video since I've been getting bombarded by people happy for me, because this is a chance for me to get the opportunity that I missed out on in the haves and the have-nots reunion. But yeah, so thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Hope everybody stays well, stays healthy, vaccine or not. And if you do get the approval about going to the reunion, hit me up, let me know, because I'm for real I'm excited for you if you can go. It just sucks I can't, but you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But you know, my hope is that the land surveying goes well this week, and prayers up that by the middle, if not the end of the month, I got all the land stuff taken care of. So moving into September, I guess the next step is to hopefully not only find a house on a lot, but also be able to get approved on financing, so I can hopefully move forward with that. So I guess for me, I'm trying to be as patient as possible and focus more on a place to live as opposed to going to a studio. So I'm still going to do my videos. I'm still going to work and save money. And if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. So that's all I got.